Hey guys, welcome to another driving test route video. So today we are at Sidcup Driving Test Center, and we're going to be going through episode number 1, see what we can see on this route, see if there is anything tricky, anything to bear in mind, anything to worry about, or if it's just going to be a nice and easy route. Okay. Oh, guys, you didn't signal. See? Now, right there is a good example. Okay. Okay, let's try and start the route. There we go. Okay, I need to turn that
then
off.
In 200 feet.
I don't need the voice guidance. Alright, so this route should take about 29 minutes, it says, and the entire route is just about 9 miles. Okay, so remember, you can only go left here. The marking on the floor tells you that as well, should in case you forget. So we're approaching the first roundabout. So this is Maidstone Road, and we're gonna get to the first roundabout just up ahead of us, and we'll be turning right, 4th exit at that roundabout. Now, if you haven't seen the video, I posted a video on TikTok regarding these two roundabouts. Okay, so remember your mirror checks, signal right, stay calm. Like, I can't overemphasize the importance of staying really calm during your test. And then don't rush yourself at this roundabout. You've got one exit immediately to your right here, and then you've got the other one road here immediately to your right and another road over there. So that's the 4th and the 5th exit. Okay, so just take your time, look for a safe opportunity, and when you have one, you take it. Nope, not good enough. So I'm gonna keep waiting. There's my chance. 1, 2, 3 ahead. Quick glance. Get to the 3rd exit before you cancel and signal left. And that's it. Remember the most important thing at that roundabout. Stay calm. Take your time if it's necessary. I'd rather take more time than rush into the wrong one. But remember though, doesn't mean hesitate. It's two different things. So the only solution is, I'd say, come and practice roundabout. Find a busy roundabout close to you, anyone local. I mean, it helps you get the whole idea. It doesn't have to be this one. Once you're good with roundabout, generally you can deal with any of them. So this one is fast, it's a lot of traffic, and you've got 4 exits there. So it can be intimidating if you're not familiar or if you're not used to roundabout. So definitely do practice roundabout. So yep, we're continuing straight, and then we're approaching the next roundabout ahead of us. That's the weird one, because you've got 1 little roundabout before the main roundabout. So the time right now is time is 1:28 in the afternoon. So the road is quite busy. So it's very important to stay calm, look ahead, plan ahead, make progress when it's safe. And if it's not safe, reduce that speed. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't change anything if the road is busy and it's not safe. There's nothing you can do. You just wait. So from what I'm seeing on the sat nav, we are turning right at the main roundabout ahead, and because of that, from this point I'm going to keep to the right, approaching the one-way system ahead. So I think it's easier to call it a one-way system, but if we call it roundabout as well, that's what it looks like. So yeah, but let's say the one-way system. So keep right from here so that you end up in the right lane. See right here, and then quick glance over there.
And because we're moving into the right hand side of the lane, then signal right to enter into the right lane,
not the left, and then continue here, and then we're approaching the roundabout now, and we're turning right, third exit. So I'm gonna keep in the right as usual. Oh, luckily they've repainted the floor markings. Okay, so we're going A224. So here's a chance all the way into the right lane, A224 north. So keep here, and from this point, quick glance to your mirror, and you want to start edging into the middle lane. See right here, come into the middle lane, and then continue straight through it, and then signal left. And that is it. We've exited. It's very simple, but remember, use your mirror. It is very, very important, because sometimes some drivers might not be used to this road and they might be entering into the wrong lane. So definitely don't forget that mirror check. Okay, so take the exit. So don't forget the speed limit is 30, so keep your mind open. If it's safe, make progress. I'm still about 27 miles an hour. That's safe enough for me, so I wouldn't go over that. There's no point. You don't have to be right on 30 because you've got all these cars packed up on the road left and right. Positioning is important here. The cars coming towards you have to use that center of the road because of the parked cars in their lane. So keep that in mind. Now, traffic light ahead, we're turning right. We're turning left. So make sure, plan ahead of that, mirror signal, and reduce your speed as you approach, because sometimes you could have drivers running through even though they shouldn't be doing that. So you prepare for that situation, anticipate the situation. Okay, so we continue again. So that's the zebra crossing. The pedestrian is still further away from me, so I will be crossing before she gets there. So that is fine. See, she's just crossing now. Okay, anticipate that. And we're going to take the next road on the right. So mirror signal. It's clear ahead. No one's crossing on the road I'm entering, so it's good to go. And don't forget, when you're dealing with narrow spaces, meeting situations, remember, the smaller the road becomes, the more you should reduce your speed, just to give you time to think, time to assess, time to check your mirrors. Because if you don't reduce that speed, everything is going to feel like it's happening so fast, and that's going to make you feel like it's so unsafe to check the mirror, especially if you're not confident, if you're not used to that sort of, tight space. So make sure, drop that speed down as the road becomes smaller, so you have enough time to assess the situation. So I'm continuing straight at the roundabout. Now this is tricky, so it's a very blind. There you go, see? make sure the last place you're going to look if you're going to move will be your right. So it's going, and as soon as it's safe, move on. You can't see past that point, so there's no point waiting and trying to see into that road. Okay, I'm going to go after that. Immediately I'm off. And there we go. So that's one trick. Anywhere where you've got a bend and you can't see properly is always going to be tricky. So make sure that you take your time, number one. Be confident. When you decide it is safe, don't waste time again and start, hesitating but rolling forward. Because eventually something's going to come and there's nothing you can do about it. So it's better off you just go if you're going to go the moment it is safe. Don't linger. Don't hesitate. Okay, so we're going to be turning right ahead. It's going faster than it looks. 18 minutes to go. Okay. Okay, so time to go. Nothing around. I move on. No need to signal. But then if you signal there, not a problem. Just be careful when you're signaling every time you're passing parked vehicles. So you don't signal when there's a road on your right and then it misleads people that you're going to be turning right. If you feel like you really need to signal, then just do a quick brief signal. So just slight pressure on your indicator and it's going to come in and flash for about three flashes or 3 times and it's going to stop. You don't want to put the signal on and then you forget to turn it off. That's where you're going to have problem. And then you leave it on and you're passing different junctions and the signal remains on. So here is a junction. You probably might not notice it if you're not relaxed. Check. See, she's crossing, so I'm going to keep that in mind before I move off.
It is very easy to miss this one-way sign on this road as you focus on the junction while trying to cross the junction there. So make sure you keep that in mind. Don't forget it's a one-way road here. So if you're going to be turning right as I am doing here, make sure you keep right.
See the line over there, floor marking is there and we're turning right. So keep right there and then we turn. Now if you look at the sat nav, you see that we're turning left as well, which is at the traffic light. So make sure you're aware of that before you turn into the road so that you can position yourself properly. So because I'm turning right and then left, I'm going to go straight into the left lane. Now remember, you should normally be going into the right lane, into the left lane automatically anyways, unless maybe there's something blocking the road or the lane, or if that lane is turning left only, then yeah. Other than that, you should go into the left lane. That will save you a lot of stress.
Now, junctions like this can be very intimidating, especially if you're a new driver or a learner driver for that matter. That can be very difficult because the right lane is turning right only and the junction is so close to the traffic light. So if you turn into the right lane and you're not quick to, change your lane, it becomes difficult to get into the left lane. Now, I'm hoping that your examiner would actually come in to help to prompt you when to start edging forward in case you are a very anxious learner driver, since you could also be worrying about what the examiner might think about your decision, maybe if you decided to roll forward and so on and so forth. So these are things that can obviously make a learner driver reluctant to make a decision here, because trust me, it can be difficult even for an experienced driver, especially if the drivers on the road are not willing to give way for you to enter safely. But what you're going to have to do here is keep an eye on the traffic light. When there is no vehicles coming from your right and that light changes to amber, start creeping forward and potentially you might have someone give you way on the left. Now in this situation, I was very lucky as well because the driver behind the motorbike has left that gap for me to come into once it is safe. Now, but remember, don't rush into it. Wait until the traffic light changes before you start edging forward.
Well, sometimes that can be difficult. Okay, light is changing, so I'm going to move slightly now because they're going to move. There you go. And then signal left. See right there. and then take your left turn. So it makes it really helpful and really easy when you meet up with drivers who are very kind and nice and considerate. And this is where the luck comes in on test. You have to do your bit and then luck can do its own. So it is important. Don't just depend on luck. You've got to be able to, because if you're not paying attention to that driver to know what she's doing in the first place, you just be sitting there. I can see she's left that gap. That's because she intends to give you way in the first place. Otherwise, she would have closed it up. But remember, also make sure you just pay attention again before you move, just to make sure. Sometimes someone might just leave it there unconsciously or subconsciously. So we're coming to turn right into York Avenue. So mirror checked, signal right. Now if that pedestrian is at the junction already and crossing, then make sure stop and wait, let that pedestrian finish crossing before you move off to turn. Okay, so we're turning left. So these are the ones that can confuse you. Right here.
Now for a second, the road looks like if it was just a parking space for residents, but it's actually the main road. So yeah, I remember there's something like this on the West Wickham test route as well, and they can be confusing.
So what I did there, just reduce your speed. Make sure you understand what is going on before you take it. That's terrible. Okay. Okay, so I had a little problem with the camera there, so thank God I stopped to check that. Would have been a wasted time. All right.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right onto Footscray Road.
No, I don't want the audio. So let's get back on track. So this would have been a confusing one if you're not used to this place. So we're turning right at the end of the road. So try and follow the bend in the road so that you're well positioned. Okay, safe after the block car, so I'm gonna go with it. That's it. So we're coming to turn left ahead, so mirror and then signal. That's it. So the road is still 30, but remember, only if it's safe, then make progress accordingly. And remind yourself, or remember, that 30 is only telling you that that is the maximum you should be doing. It is not saying you should be doing 30. So from this point, you've got the sign there, and you know you can only turn left here. So dual carriageway. Now I've signaled there intentionally, because if you signal at this point, does it cause any danger? No. So don't worry so much about it. If you've done it, yeah, no problem. But if you've done it maybe on a one-way road and there's another road just in front of you and you can see that, then cancel it. It's not too bad to cancel it. Once you've realized it, then sort it out. Cancel it. Don't think and you just leave it on. That's when it becomes a problem. So the road is 40. We're on a dual carriageway. This is a what? A20. Yeah. So we're on the A20. I'm glad I wasn't using 4 cameras. Now the road is changed to 50 from this point, so make sure once you pass that point, make progress again. Yeah, because if I was using 4 cameras at that point when the problem happened with the cameras, I have to then work out the whole 4 cameras together, which can be a headache. So thank God on that one. Okay, so we're gonna make progress and we're just gonna relax and continue straight. So let's enjoy some music. I'm exiting, sorry. So take your exit, continue. Now we're approaching the roundabout. We're going to be going straight at the roundabout second exit. So if you're taking the second exit, you want to remain in the left lane for now. But as you get to the next, where the white car is coming out from, as you can see, the road becomes 3 lanes. So make sure you end up in the middle lane, because the left lane is turning left only. So as you can see right there, left lane is left only, so you want to be in the middle lane for the second exit, and that's all it is. That's all you got. Keep in mind, left lane. But then if you find yourself in the left lane, remember, please just put that signal on and just turn left. Don't go straight from the left lane. Don't do it. It's gonna cause you problem. It's gonna be a serious fault. Go left. It's better safe than sorry. You don't get failed for missing the road, but you will get failed for using the wrong lane. So the light is green, so it makes it easier at this roundabout. You just continue straight. When you get to the end of the first exit, signal left and continue. And that is it. So 30 minutes is gone just like that. Okay, so I've got to remember at that point. So keep in mind at this point, as you can see, we've come back into 30 zone and it's easy to forget. So you got to remind yourself, keep an eye on the speed sign and remind yourself. Even though you see it, you can easily forget it while you're waiting at the traffic light for the roundabout. So make sure you remind yourself as you move off. So that's it. I don't know what's happening to the camera on the roof. I've always used the memory card, but it seems like there's an error. Could be the camera actually instead of the memory card. So I'm gonna try it with another. I'm gonna try the same memory card, but with the second camera, because I've got two of the same. So we'll try that on the next route. So as you can see, we're approaching the roundabout that takes us back into Maidstone Road or Maidstone Lane. And there's traffic getting to the roundabout because of the time of the day. So we're going to be turning left at the roundabout, and that will be just it. So very easy, nothing too tricky. I don't know, if you think there's something tricky that you might struggle with if you were driving through the road, leave a comment below. So what I'm going to be doing is, if there's some situation where someone thinks it's tricky, if you leave a comment below, I might just post an update of it, like a 1-minute clip on TikTok, if you see what I mean. So yeah, so be like a response to your comment, and I might just slice out a bit or a few seconds of the video and explain it and post it on TikTok. Comment below if you think that makes sense. Yeah, so start positioning well here. Make sure you keep left, mirror signal. Don't rush yourself. Block me. Okay. There's a chance. Remember, if someone is blocking you though and you can't see and you don't know if it's safe, then please don't go. Just wait. Stay put until it's safe. And this is it. So we're gonna turn right, and that would be the end of the test. So that is route number 1 done. So you can use the hatch marking at that point to just slightly get yourself positioned into this lane, especially if there is more traffic waiting to turn in, so that you don't block the lane on your left, or you don't block the traffic behind you trying to continue straight. So this is it really. That's the end of the test route. Okay, then I'm gonna get to that position. It's clear after the red curve, so make sure check and see if there's anyone crossing before you make that movement. And this is it. So don't forget guys, if you find the videos useful and helpful, click the like button, leave a comment below if you've got any question whatsoever, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So I'll see you in episode number 2. So I'm going straight for the second episode. So if you watch this, I'm hoping that by the time you're watching this, if you're watching it today, because I'm probably going to post it today, which is Friday the 28th of March 2025.
And this right here is exactly how you don't want to stop on your test. This is gonna be a fail. As you would see, I've been behind the car, my right signal is on, so if the driver has checked the mirror, they should know I'm also turning behind them, but they have gone ahead to pull up on the left as soon as they turned, and with no signal on. So that would be a serious fault on your driving test.